Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're gonna be just doing a simple beat and we're just gonna be chatting about some of the things that your girl has been doing to try to stay sane during these times, but also to be productive. I really think all things happen for a reason, and I think this was all part of the universe's plan, and I want to take advantage of the forced stillness and quarantine, and I do hope that you are doing the exact same. So again, I'm just going to be doing a simple beat, but I do want to tell you guys a couple things I've been doing to stay sane and stay productive, and I would love for you to comment down below and let us all know some of the things that you're doing, especially from a content creator perspective. What are the things that you're doing to keep yourself moving forward during this time? So let's get into it. I've already got all my skincare on. I am going to go in with my primer. I'm actually taking it back to the Smashbox primer, photo finish primer. I really like this primer. It does have a little bit of a tint to it, but I think it does a beautiful job of smoothing out. It does a beautiful job of so many things. Smoothing the skin, mattifying it, filling in some pores, keeping that oil control, helping your makeup last. Like, this is a serious, heavy hitting primer, and I do thoroughly enjoy it. Ooh, getting it all over the place though. All right, so some of the things that I've really been doing during this time, just to kind of make sure I'm keeping myself on track, is I'm really trying to hone in on some skills that needed to be honed in on, right? Like, as a content creator, we can always improve, and I think this is a perfect time to do it. Some of the things I really want to work on specifically that I'm focusing on is graphic design, really trying to up those graphic skills. When it comes to YouTube or Instagram or really any social media platform, we are always trying to post pictures and graphics and things like that, and we're really trying to grab people's attention and engage, and we really want every picture that we post to be a fantastic representation of ourselves and our brand and get people curious about who you are. And so really getting a little bit more understanding with the whole graphic design, colors and themes and juxtaposition, and really honing in on those skills is something I really want to get better at, and now is the perfect time to do it. And also, I do have a website, so I want people to be, when they come to my website, I want them to be engaged, I want them to be intrigued, I want them to stick around, I want them to click things. So graphic design comes into play in so many things from that content perspective, and I really want to get better at it. So now is a perfect time to do it. And even from a video editing perspective, I'm talking and I'm not putting any makeup on. Okay. Getting ready with me is a little bit harder than you would expect it to. I'm going to go ahead and put on eyeshadow primer too, just to go ahead and get that out the way. I'm only going to be putting some bronzer in the crease, but because your girl has such oily eyelids, I still have to put eyeshadow primer on. And if I'm doing a look where I'm not really going in with any type of shadow, I'll just use something like the Milani eyeshadow primer, because it has a little bit of tint but not a lot, so you don't have to worry about it giving you this weird color. On the eyelid. Nice. Okay. All right, so what was I saying? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh in the color Dark 18W. I have a full review on this. Love this stuff, but I will definitely link that down below and up above further along in the video for you guys, as well as my primer video that I have where I'm talking about that Smashbox in case you are wanting to know some more info on it. Can you guys see? I feel like the sun might be playing tricks on us, huh? There we go. Did that help? I'm kind of racing the daylight here, so I apologize for the glare, but I don't want to shut the window. I love this color pop for a really simple beat. I like it for every day. I like it for any occasion, really. I just really like this. Just remember, you're not getting the most coverage, but I honestly feel like if you accept it for what it is, you will really, 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 really like it. So yeah, so another skill I really want to get better at is the video editing. I mean, you know, as a content creator, you are constantly editing videos, and really want to make sure my transitions are on point. You know, I'm being engaging, I'm not being boring, and really just trying to make my videos as smooth as possible, and honestly working on being more efficient with it. It takes me a while to edit videos, and so really increasing my efficiency, having b-roll, you know, just being able to be better at it. Audio, you know, improving the audio of my videos, the lighting of my videos, really everything that goes into the editing process, I'm really trying to get better at during this time. And so what I've been doing, besides just watching a lot of free content here on YouTube, is I've actually been utilizing stuff like Skillshare and HubSpot. I really like Skillshare. Now, Skillshare is not free. I think I pay $16 a month for that, but it's pretty much like this housing platform that has just all kinds of classes on everything. If you can think it, there's a class on it. And what I love about Skillshare is that the people who are teaching it, these are actually professionals. You know, like these are people from anyone from college professionals or people who actually do this in their actual professions for a living. You have students doing things. Like there are so many classes on Skillshare. And what I love about it more than anything is that because there's so many different people, you're going to find someone you click with, right? Like you remember when you were in school, you had a teacher who you weren't really vibing with, so you didn't want to listen to nothing they said. Well, you know, the great thing about Skillshare is you have a plethora of teachers, and you just kind of get to choose, just kind of click through the different classes to find the topic that you want to hear about and the person you want to listen to, and you can really get, I'm telling you, there's some really good stuff on there from really, really good teachers. So I really like Skillshare. If you don't mind paying a little bit every month, I'm going to link my Skillshare link down below. I'm pretty sure that it's almost like an affiliate link, where if you sign up through my link, then I get some, like a free month. You get a free month. So I just want to let you know that's what it is. You don't have to use that link if you don't want to, but I really do like Skillshare, so I'm going to link it down below because I do think it is invaluable when it comes to being able to find helpful classes and how-tos and information, especially when it comes to content creation, marketing, social media, like all kinds of things out there. But again, if you don't want to pay for it, HubSpot is a good one. And also there are fantastic YouTubers here. Like Roberto Blake is one of my favorite YouTubers. I love his channel because he is all about just content creation growth, period. Like, yes, he focuses on YouTube, but he talks about Instagram, he talks about Facebook, he talks about passive income, he talks about becoming financially free, he talks about freelancing. The man talks about just so many different things, and his flow is fantastic. And because he's someone who's been there, done that, you like listening to him because he came from nothing and now he's this huge entrepreneur, public speaker. He's got a 6-figure business, like he's doing really well, and his delivery is really good. So, you know, there's plenty of free resources out there too, right here on YouTube, if you're just trying to improve a skill, but really honing in on those skills and just learning new skills and getting better at the ones that you have and just putting everything you have into your skill set. Another thing that I've been really doing is self-improvement. I'm big on self-improvement. I'm so big on it. My family says, oh my God, I get on my family's nerves because they're like, oh God, Mom read another book. Here we go, y'all. What we gonna learn today? So I know I get on their nerves, but I am really big into self-improvement, and I've been really diving deep into that right now as well, because I honestly, I'm a big believer in that whole self-talk, and you know, it's a proven fact that we talk to ourselves more than we talk to anybody else. I went in with that color pop. Y'all know that's the concealer that I use. That's my boo thing. And I actually pulled out the Too Faced again. I was just using 2 different shades of the color pop, but your girl don't pull it back out the Too Faced, and I remember why I love it so much. I'm gonna let that sit for just a second. But yeah, I really am big on self-talk and just paying attention to your thoughts and just realizing how many negative thoughts go through your mind and how judgmental we can be sometimes, and really just honing in on what you say to yourself and to others. So I've really been on this big self-improvement journey. I love listening to audio books. I love listening to YouTube videos about it. I really love absorbing all that I can. And as a content creator, it's so easy for us to talk so negative to ourselves, and it's not even, I think a lot of times it's not even conscious. Like, it can be something as simple as you putting out a video and that video not doing as well as you thought it would do, or you posting something on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you post and not getting the engagement that you thought you would get, or not getting the likes or the views that you thought you would get. It's so easy for us to then be like, I shouldn't even done that, or I knew I shouldn't have put that out there, or I can't believe that's what happened. It's so easy for us to be like, girl, don't do that again, or you shouldn't even tried that, shouldn't even stepped out of your comfort zone, instead of really taking it and using it for what it is, instead of taking that feedback, because even if it's silence is still feedback, right? So instead of taking that feedback and thinking, okay, maybe there was something in there that wasn't right, or maybe instead of putting this together, I could have added that to it, or even as simple as, maybe instead of posting it during this time, I could have posted that another time. Instead of trying to adjust and look and see what we're doing and try to figure out ways to improve it, it's so easy just to beat ourselves up about it. And so really paying attention to my own self-talk and really paying attention to my mindset, having a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. All of these things really are really important. I just learned that I was really self-sabotaging myself, and I was blaming it on other things, but the reality was it was just me. It just came down to me and my actions. A lot of times I would mess myself up before I even got started because I would go into it with a negative mindset. I'd put a video out and it'd be like, ain't nobody gonna watch that video, or people aren't gonna like this. And I think that, that sabotage and that thought process before it even had a chance, I was just killing it, and it was me. It wasn't anybody else. It was just my thoughts and just how I was approaching things. So I don't know if anybody else agrees with me, but I do believe in stuff like that. And I do believe that where your thoughts go, your energy flows. And so for me, really not focusing on anybody else, really focusing on me and focusing on the fact that I have control over how I react to things. I have control over how I say things. I have control over how I approach things, and just really just focusing on me and improving me versus trying to improve everybody else. That self-improvement has really been keeping me sane, because you're constantly practicing it. It's not something that you do one time and then you're done. You are literally constantly practicing positivity and awareness and being judge-free. Like, it is a constant practice. So really having that in the forefront has really, really helped me. And I like to do this, I like to listen to books on Audible, and I like to read books on my Kindle. And, there's actually a lot of people that I like to watch as well. Darren Hardy is someone who I really, really like. I get his Darren Daily emails. He also wrote The Compound Effect and The Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster. He's in his 40s. He's the founder of Success Magazine. And he is one of those who has interviewed and talked to some of the most brilliant minds and most successful people out there, and he's gained so much knowledge from them, and he's given it back. And that's what I love about it. It's like he has proven it. Like, he's been out there, he's done it, and now he's given it back. And so it's not like you're wondering if it's going to work. It's going to work because it worked for him. It's worked for all these successful people. And I like the fact that he's giving back. I like his delivery. He's straight on. He's straightforward. I can appreciate someone who's straightforward like that. And he just has so many different resources. Every time I listen to anything he does, I always learn something or glean a little bit of nugget that I can use. So Darren Hardy is really one of my favorites. Marie Forleo, she's another one. She has a YouTube channel, Marie TV, but her book, her book, Everything is Figure Outable, you got to read it. Like, I highly, highly suggest that to everyone, really, regardless of what you're doing in your life. I really suggest that to everybody. I am setting my under eye with just my sponge and my primer, my Smashbox primer water. You guys know I don't use powder anymore. I really like the way my eyes look at the end of the day when I just go in with this. So Marie Forleo is someone that I really enjoy listening to. She's very uplifting. I love her delivery. She's from New Jersey, and so she's got this Jersey kind of accent going on, but she's very real. She's very relatable, and the delivery is just, you're just going to love her delivery. So she's another one that I would highly suggest as well. And then Jack Canfield. Jack Canfield is an older gentleman. He's a little bit more of Mr. Rogers, but he is all about the law of attraction and manifestation and creating and believing from that type of perspective. And he's created a lot of success for himself as well. And his perspective is a little bit different, but I'm, again, all about the different perspectives, you know, just I think you can learn a little bit of something from everybody. And I try not to I try to be very open regardless of who it is. Like Gary Vaynerchuk, I love Gary V. He can be a little harsh sometimes. Most of the time he's a little harsh because he's hitting me right in the gut, right? But I'm not always in the mood to listen to Gary. Just being honest with you, he's got some great perspective, but I'm not always in the mood to listen to Gary. So I like having a plethora of different people that I can actually listen to and watch and hear and just be able to pick up different pieces, but they're all about that self-improvement, and that's really why I listen to them and what I've been focusing on. Sorry, I'm talking and I'm not doing anything. Going in with the Hourglass setting powder, just a little bit of powder, just to set everything, not a lot at all, just a little bit, just a little bit, just to make sure things don't move, right? Really, really like All right, now I'm going to go in with bronzer. I have been really loving this Kevyn Aucoin bronzer. Well, I'm sorry, it's an actual foundation. It's called the Kevyn Aucoin, the Sensual Skin Powder Foundation. It's in deep PF11. I think I got this off of Nordstrom Rack or Holt Look, wherever I got it. I know I didn't pay full price for it. I love using a foundation for my bronzer. I feel like it's just so much easier to find the shade for you because there's so many different options versus when you're just looking for a specific bronzer color. Sorry, rocking here a little bit. So yeah, so self-improvement has been big on there. Really listening to a lot of books and audios on that one. Just really trying to improve my mindset because y'all, I ain't coming to play. Like 2020, I ain't playing around. 2020, I'm about to make some magic happen, right? Like that's just the true statement. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And so really getting all my skills in line is what's really going to help me get there. And another thing that I've really been doing, and I also would suggest, especially if you're a content creator, to do as well, is get in that analytics. Get in your YouTube analytics or your Instagram analytics and really start paying attention to what's working. You know, I was just putting content out there for a long time and really just going by the vanity metrics, right? Like really being like, okay, well, I got some decent views, or oh, well, okay, you know, it got some decent likes, but I wasn't really paying attention to, you know, all the things that I could have been paying attention to. And so I've really started to get into the analytics and really start paying attention to my click-through rate and my retention rate, and just really paying attention to what videos are bringing in the views, what's working, what people are liking. Because some of us, if you're a bigger person, or if you have a little bit more engagement, then you're probably, you might already know how your videos are doing. And a lot of times, even though you have several people telling you how much they love your videos, or oh, this video was great, or oh, I really enjoyed this video, a lot of times you have that feedback. But to me, the numbers don't lie as well. You know, the numbers kind of help you figure out. So even if you have videos where you're not getting the comment, oh, I love this video, if you look at those metrics, you can see that, you know, this video did really well. People are still continuing to watch this video. This video is still bringing in a high retention rate. So really getting into those analytics. And honestly, guys, that's what's really helped me start changing some things up. You might have noticed a little bit that I'm going in with the e.l.f. blush. I love e.l.f. blush. I don't know why I put this away, but this is in Always Fiery. It's the primer infused one. But, you know, hopefully you guys have noticed I've been switching up my thumbnails. I've been switching up how I start my videos. I've been switching up the flow. I've been switching up whether I use my DSLR camera or my camera phone. You know, really just switching things up. And honestly, just to try things. Just to try things and just to shake things up and just try to figure out different ways to keep everybody engaged. This blush is so pretty. This is so pretty. This is so pretty. I realized that I had gotten pretty stuck in my ways on how I was doing videos, and I couldn't even really tell you why. I think it was just because that's how I'd done the video and I didn't want to change, and that was just, I saw other people doing it, and so that's how I wanted to do my video. But the reality was I couldn't really say that that was helping me at all, or if anyone was enjoying that. It was just what I was doing because that's how I'd always done it, and I just didn't want to do anything different. So now I'm really switching things up, trying new things, you know, trying to figure out what works and what doesn't work, and, you know, just trying new things, trying new flows, trying new topics, still keeping within my niche. I actually want to niche down just a little bit more. I really want to niche down to the over 35 a little bit more than I have been, because I feel like if I could niche down even more, because beauty, makeup, it's a very big pond with a lot of fish in it. And I feel like if I could niche down just a little bit more, that would really help people find me better, because I'm being more specific and more targeted, and I really feel like that would really help the channel grow. So I'm thinking about doing that, just targeting and focusing everything I do more towards that over 35, and just really helping people come to my channel and figure out what I'm trying to offer them. So just something I've been thinking about. But, you know, just trying different things. Again, I think this is a perfect time, especially as a content creator, to really double down, you know what I mean? To just really focus and be productive, and really use this time to, you know, take some risk, you know, because there's a lot more people on. People are trying to find more things to do. People are watching more YouTube. They're on social media a lot more because there's nothing else to do. Let's just be honest. So this is a great time to be able to do something different. But I also think this is a great time to pay attention to what's working and what's not working, and do a lot more of what's working and kind of not do so much of what's not working, right? I think this is a great time for that. Let's see what we got left. What we got left? Oh, yes. So now I'm going to go in with some eyeliner. And I'm just going to quickly line the eyes here. Again, we're just doing a real simple beat. Nothing too fancy. And this is just a black liner. Just adding that black because I have really short stubby lashes, and just kind of lining my line with black eyeliner makes them look a little thicker. But when I'm doing a very simple beat, I really do like to put a pop of color on the lower lash line. This is like a teal blue color. And I'm going to smudge that out real quick. Nothing huge, just taking this. There we go. Oh, there we go. I just realized I forgot to put a little bit of bronze in the crease, so I'm going back in with that Kevin Aquan, and I'm just popping this in the crease here. I really find that if you want to keep it real simple and you don't want to bother with eyeshadow or worrying about what color to match with or what colors to put together, telling you what, you pop some bronzer in that crease, you good to go. That's all you need. And I really feel like it just makes it look like you put a little bit more effort into your look, and because you have the same color on your cheek and on your eye, I feel like it just kind of ties the look together. Like it just kind of brings it all together, makes it a little bit more cohesive. There you go. There. That's all it takes. All right, I'm going to pop a little inner corner highlight in. Y'all know I'm going in this Wet n Wild. It's so beat up. It's been through so many trials and tribulations, but it's still holding strong. So yeah, so those are just some things I've been doing, really, improving some skills, getting some additional skills, working on a lot of self-improvement, really paying attention to my analytics and figuring out what's working and what's not working, trying some different things out, switching some things up, not being afraid to try some things. And if they don't work, then, either trying to figure out how to make them work or how I can do it better, or just not doing that again, Really trying to figure out how to niche down, really trying to figure out how I can be a little bit more searchable when it comes to YouTube and my social media. Oh, look at that. That looks good. All right. So we're going to wind it down here, Take my hourglass. Y'all know I love my hourglass. And just kind of swirl in lightly. I don't highlight, but I do love going in with this as a finishing touch because it just kind of blends everything together so you can't see where one product ends and the other begins. And then it also adds like a nice sophisticated glow to the face without actually highlighting. And now y'all know I'm about to throw on some Pat McGrath. Throw on a little bit of gloss. And there we go. Okay, so actually this is the finished look. Put a little earring on, little ear jewelry, put a little something on. So here's the finished look. Really easy, simple beat. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please definitely comment down below with anything that you're doing in these quarantine lockdown days to keep yourself sane and productive so that we can all join in, because y'all know sharing is caring. So I hope this at least entertained you, and if it helps somebody else out there, please give this video a thumbs up. And while you're here on my channel, take a look around, see what else your girl has to offer, and if you're liking what you've seen, hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.